comics left, and we're going to kick our last two off with a hometown boy. Oh, Jesus. You didn't even know that was possible, did you? You guys are going to love him. I've been working him for about a year now. Fantastic guy, super funny. You guys are going to love him. Originally from the City Mines. Everybody get up for Martin Edwards.
All right, Flavor on the Water, how are we feeling out there? Yes, my name is Martin Edwards. I work at a cafe. It's a great job for me. It allows me to pursue my passion for eavesdropping on people. I had these two guys in the lineup the other day talking about their summer plans. One said to the other, "Oh, I'm so going to travel this summer, and I don't need everything 5-star and stuff. I just want to go to Europe, be backpacking, camping, staying in hostels, really roughing it, you know? Either that or I want to go on a cruise." Those are two completely different things, buddy. I feel like that's like if I said something like, "Hey, what should I get my girl for her birthday this year? That poem I've been working on? Or a Ferrari made of diamonds?" But besides trash talking my customers, I do have one talent that I pride myself in. Every once in a while, I have a real knack for bringing couples together. Like every once in a while, I'll be walking home late at night, and there'll be a couple on the other side of the street, cursing and yelling at each other. So I start cursing and yelling at them. They usually turn into a pretty good team after that. All thanks to me. Life can be hard, relationships are tough, guys, and I'm here to help. If you're ever starting to feel like your life just has the worst luck, you just gotta slow down, stop taking things so seriously. It's crazy to think that people are plotting against you or your life is cursed. It's probably just that you're just not talented, attractive, or good at anything. Stop being so hard on yourself. I feel like I'm in a good place these days. I've actually become a Buddhist recently. I've rid myself of all desire for inner peace. I got this metaphysical night group I started going to. It's really nothing. You guys might not know what to look at me, but I am a craft beer enthusiast. I'm really hip and cool when I drink, too. I drink my craft IPA from a mason jar. I'm even hip and cool when I drink too many, I puke into a mason jar. I like to carry myself with a little sophistication. I have some whiskey from time to time. Do you guys like whiskey trivia? Yeah. I feel like a bottle of whiskey is kind of like a game of Scrabble. Once you get about halfway through, you don't give a fuck anymore. So yeah, I drink and I do a lot of writing. I'm actually getting ready for a job interview at BuzzFeed next week. I think they're going to love the 23 reasons I want to work there. I really want them to ask my reason for leaving my last job, or what I tell you next may shock you. I imagine a lot of scenes, I imagine a lot of settings. A walk by the ocean could be very romantic. If somebody asked you to go for a walk on the beach, you'd say, "Sure, that sounds very nice." If somebody asked you to take a walk down by the cliffs, might want to be a little suspicious of that one. I don't think I'm a very condescending person, but you guys probably don't know what that means. I have no idea who Benedict Cumberbatch is, and vice versa. Guys, don't you hate when you go to the movies and the KKK show up late and they sit right in front of you? And they don't even watch the movie, they just make out the whole time? That's got to be the thing that annoys me second most about the KKK. I did that joke at a show the other night. This guy yelled out, "Well, what's the first thing that annoys you?" I was like, "Man, take a wild guess." They're kind of notorious for being the world's worst people. There's a lot of people I don't understand. I think it's really unfair how at weddings, they always want a flower girl who's like 5 years old, and never a dude who's turning 31 in 2 weeks. Yeah, let's see that little girl rock 4 mason jars of IPA. I was feeling kind of burnt out about it the other day. I was downtown, and this little pizza place I used to love was just an empty lot, and I thought I could have gone there more often, brought some friends, spent some cash, and not started that fire. You know when you're driving home late at night, like after you just buried a dead body, and you start getting all paranoid thinking to yourself, "Oh no, did I leave my jacket up in the woods? Or did I just not take it with me when I left the house?" Ah, no big deal. I can always get it next time. That's something I really don't understand is the way you're not supposed to say anything when you're being arrested. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. But what if you just gotta let the officer know that you got a pie in the oven? That's a fire hazard, officer. But hey, I'll cooperate. I'll go downtown. But if you guys want to hang out for about 45 minutes, I know you'll be impressed. It's my mother's recipe. I actually lost a job once because I was trying out jokes at work. I was just trying to ease the tension, you know. We got a lot of angry callers. Of course, my boss had to get in a twist about it. Said it was inappropriate to crack jokes as a 911 operator. I was like, but boss, they are a captive audience. Like, listen, pal, if you want that ambulance to come to your door, you're going to hear my flower girl joke, okay? The nerve of some of these people. But I try to stay on the positive, you know. I think about things I enjoy. I really love Twitter. Is anybody on Twitter? Nice, a few people. The thing I like the most about Twitter is just reading people's descriptions. People will exaggerate more in those than you would ever lie on a resume. I had this guy follow me the other day, a guy from Halifax. I got no idea who he is. 35 followers. I'm not judging. So his profile picture is just a close-up of his smug face. And the description is photographer, artist, travel enthusiast. I'm pretty sure that just means that he takes selfies, feels unappreciated, and wants to move away. But yes, as Dan said, I am from City Mines. I was born and raised there. I moved to Halifax in 2001. And I was here a few weeks ago for a friend's birthday. And when I return to a small town and I go to the grocery store, I don't want to use the self-checkout. I want to talk to the folks. So I get in the lineup, and there's this dad in front of me talking real loud, trying to console his daughter, who's recently found out that her husband has been cheating on her. And you could tell from the embarrassment over her face that she did not want to have that conversation. And I was just wondering if it was because her dad was speaking in a loud volume in a public place about her personal life, or was it the fact that he was referring to adultery as fiddling around? I've heard of messing around on somebody, fooling around on somebody. I just wanted to chime in with something really positive like, hey there, don't get bitter now. Not all guys are fiddlers. That's been my time, guys. You've been fantastic. Thanks for coming out. Have a good night.